Yes, thank you very much for joining us. We are getting right into the thick of it now. We are about to get underway with our 10-lap Pro Twin race. So these guys have an intriguing championship going on at the moment. The top three are separated by just 17 points and some very, very fast-paced action. We've had a number of different winners so far in this class. We've had three different guys take race wins, and this is going to be the third and final race for the guys on the weekend. Our 650 Pro Twin 10-lap race coming up next. Brilliant to have these guys lining up. There's 12 of them involved in the championship, and phenomenal stuff. The man on pole position, he's taken a race win in the rain this morning, and phenomenal stuff. Carl Hooper on the 28, the KIP Racing Machine. He lines up. Next to him, the 41 of SJ Cavell on the Pudeline Oils Highway Tyres and Eastfield Engineering Machine. We've got Jared Horn, our championship points leader on the number 74, alongside him on front row, and 18 of Alex Butts. And rounding out our 4 on the front row, we've got battles within battles. We've got plenty on here at the moment, and phenomenal stuff here from our Pro Twins. We get a good start from Jared Horn on the third place from row number 1. He's going to lead them. SJ Cavell's going to try and get himself right in the hunt as well. This is going to be a frantic 10-lap race. These guys going at it all weekend, and it's the man in third place that won the race this morning. So there's so many different guys who can win this race here. We're going to go underway this one. Down the back straight at the moment for the first of 10 times. It is our Pro Twin feature for the weekend. And what a start from Jared Horn off the front row.
Oh man, this is just so good. And Jared, of course, an absolute first timer that we've got in our championship this year. So I love the fact that we've got somebody as good as this that's already got a win this weekend. He's never even been to levels in life. The plumber from Whangamata down here to join us, and certainly there's another plumber from Whangamata who's a very famous road racer, so there's something about that place and plumbers. So well done, Team Whangamata. Love all your commitment. So here we go. Some Jared Horn. This is a new kid we're talking about. Well, it's more than a kid actually. He's a young adult, but certainly as far as new in our sport's concerned at this kind of level, and to see that he can come to a track like this, never raced on here before, and he can bang out performances like that. That is great, Brad.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one, all right. We've got this one unfolding into a beauty. Through the bus stop we go. It's the 74 leading the 41, but the battle for third. Carl Hooper in a bit of trouble there. Alex Butson piling on the pressure, so keep an eye on this one here. We've got 4 of them right there. We've got also a shout out to Chris DeFiore. He's made the lineup for this one here. We've got Nick Southerwood, who's got a much better start than he had in the previous races in this weekend. We've also got Chris Bird involved in this fight as well. It's going to be brilliant. Pro Twin racing has always been electric here at Levels, and this one no different as well. As we've got SJ Cavell going to have a little look for the race lead. I think he might have got that past Dan, so brilliant. Our man from the Hawke's Bay on the Pudeline Oils, Eastfield Engineering and Highway Tyres Machine with CD Vandermeer Builders on board. This awesome man, he is an experienced Pro Twins competitor with a former Speedway background and an MNZ Motorcycling New Zealand board member, so phenomenal to have. curve. That's where our race leaders are at the moment. The creasing radius left-hander just goes on forever and ever. It's a beautiful thing to run a motorcycle around. And Jared Horn has got himself in the fight. SJ Cabal up the inside, so 2 wide as they go down to the hip. And this is some great racing. And it's brought to Christy Fiore and Carl Hooper right at the next well. So there's 4 going to throw a blanket over the moment as they head on the run into the bus stop. SJ Cabal, Jared Horn, we've got Christy Fiore and Carl Hooper. A second, the gap between first and fourth, all on here. Fastest contract that time was actually 174 Jared Horn. And then you can see Christy Fiore trying to go the inside into turn number 3. That's a brave move into there. Yeah, he's got it done too, so brilliant stuff from him. So Christy Fiore got himself right in the mix here. That could be challenging for the race league too.
And what about the fact as well, Brad, you've got Nick Southerwood and Alex Butson, and they've just changed places, so we've got Nick in front of Alex, so that takes us back to 6th, and the margin's 1.7 seconds from first back to 6th. That is awesome, seeing how much they are. So when you see a photo shot, you really get the glimpse of the 4 of them. Just have a look in the background and you'll catch the glimpse of those other boys catching up. So that sometimes happens. You actually get the effect when you've got a group together like that. They are actually slowing each other down, because as much as they're looking for attack, they're also looking for braking. So you've got somebody like Jared Horn. He's trying to get a place to get past SJ, but SJ will be doing some blocking, so that you won't be getting lap records generally in these kind of conditions with such a tight group together. And you can actually get a faster rider, somebody like a Carl Hooper back in 4th place, because he can get a slipstream advantage and get him behind the others, get that wind effect to pull him along, and give him sometimes just a mere tenth of a second, which is crucial to make a pounce to get up for the next result. What a group of riders to see, and the quality we've got in this King Street Motors Timaru 650 Pro Twin lineup.
And it is Christy Fiore with a 1:10.2, quickest man on the circuit. That was the fastest lap of the race. And he's got himself in the lead of this one on the Porsche Spotney Honda supported BRM Dyno Yamaha MT-07, the sole Yamaha out there. Predominantly the Suzuki SV650 is the bike of choice, but he is out there on the Yamaha, and he's side by side with SJ Cabal as they head right out the northern end of the circuit. I think SJ's managed to get that done. Around into turn number 5 we go, and then plunge down into the McKissick curve. SJ Cabal ahead of Christy Fiore. We go back to Carl Hooper, who's got himself right in the mix.
Battery will change over our microphones here, Brad, because that one's giving out. We've got some new batteries on its way. We'll be ready and having enough battery power to do the promo afterwards.
All right, carrying on with this one here. Christy Fiore has got himself into the lead, but now SJ's taken that back, so this is all on. We've got Carl Hooper got himself in the fight as well. We're going to cross the line, and 6 laps gone. We've got 4 laps to go. We're over halfway through this King Street Motors Timaru supported Pro Twin Racing. It's SJ, Chris and Carl. We've got a little bit of a gap back to Jared Horn, Alex Butson and Nick Southerwood. Don't write any of those 3 off either. This could still come down. Any one of these 6 can win this race. We've got Angus Boyd, local South Island man. He is in 7th place. Vaughan May now down into 8th. Chris Burt, Joshua Double, Alan Ware and Sam Davidson. Our top 12 runners out there at the moment as we go down the northern end of the circuit. It's absolutely cloak and dagger stuff at the moment. Carl Hooper's got himself into 2nd place, so look out for this one, as he has had a race 1 victory already this morning. He's certainly was on fire at Ruapuna. Unfortunately, a mechanical non-finish in the Grand Prix meant he was down on points heading into this round. He had a crash on Saturday morning's race, so all playing the catch-up game at the moment, but we've got SJ ahead of Carl Hooper now. Christy Fiore's back in 3rd place. We've got Jared Horn still in the mix as well. This is great racing from these Pro Twin boys. Absolutely flying at the moment. So ticking off another lap. There's going to be 3 laps to go. SJ Cabal, can he withstand the pressure? Carl Hooper's been very, very fast all weekend. And this one here going to come down to the wire. Christy Fiore, we've got Jared Horn, and looks to be Alex Butson right there as well. So look out for this one here. Our Pro Twin feature for the weekend, the 3rd and final race. We're going to look at the championship points as well. It's Jared 7 points ahead of SJ in the championship, so if they finish like this, it'll be SJ to take the lead in the championship, but Carl Hooper pretty handy to the points as well, and putting some pressure on, so anything could happen here. And one of the most intriguing championship fights we've got on our hands. There's not many points separating as we see Jared Horn goes up into 3rd place, so Christy Fiore, after challenging for the lead a couple of laps ago, now frantically trying to hang with these boys. He's in 4th place. We've got 5th place still for Alex Butson and some great racing here. Just on 2.5 laps to go, we can see the pressure starting to pile on. Carl Hooper on the number 28 machine, the KIP racing rig. Murder Cranes and Pirelli tyres get in behind this young man on the rise in New Zealand road racing. He's had a wonderful summer so far. He's taken race wins already today, and having a look up the inside, SJ using all that experience just to run a little bit deeper into turn 1 and 2 on his Puline Oils highway tyres. Eastworld Engineering machine. This is going to be good to see. Jared Horn, he is in 3rd place, and he was quickest man on track at 1:10.215 that lap around. So at the business end of this race here, with a lap and a half to go, Jared Horn's managed to get himself right in the thick of things. So look at this one here. These guys have been the top 3 class performers so far in this series, and this one here shaping up to be an absolute doozy. We've got a lap and a half to go. Christy Fury, Alex Button now having a frantic fight for 4th and 5th place. There's a lot of championship points on the line, and this one here, we're coming up to the halfway point in the championship. This is race 6 of 12 in the championship, and 25 points up for grabs for whoever's brave enough to win this one here. As we see a bit of lap traffic in the hairpin, but does the right thing and gets right off the racing line, so we can carry on with our big 5-way fight here out of the left-hand chute. And Alex Butson trying to get himself up in the mix as well. He's had a pretty good weekend as well. He's come firing on all cylinders here. The white flag is out. We've got 1 lap to go. SJ Cavell on the number 41 machine, the blue and white, the blue and yellow machine. The Puline Oils, Eastworld Engineering highway tyres in behind him. Jared Horn is piling on some pressure. Carl Hooper has a bit of a moment coming out of turn 2. It's very easy to get it wrong, and there's a nice flowing section. You've got to get all the corners linking up together, so that means Jared Horn gets a good drive down the back straight. We've got a couple of them side by side as they head into John Jones Steel for the first hand. It's all played into the hands of SJ Cavell. He's got a chance to try and run away with this one as everyone's tussling in behind him. The podium battle is red hot. You will not be able to pick who's going on it. SJ Cavell doing everything right at the moment, desperately hanging on to this one here. We've got fights all over. And Jared Horn, what a race he's had. Never been to Levels Raceway before. And here he is tussling with these guys on the podium as we go into the hairpin for the final time. 5 of them are all within a chance here. SJ Cavell gets a pretty good drive out of there. They flick it left and go around the pit lane entrance corner. They're going to have a good little run into the bus stop. This is going to be redemption for SJ Cavell. He had a crash in the race on Saturday, but he's going to take a checkered flag and a race win. SJ Cavell will win ahead of Jared Horn, who goes faster again than anyone on the track. And Alex Butson's going to get up to 3rd. Carl Hooper's going to have to settle for 4th in a photo finish. So there's 7 100ths of a second in the battle for 3rd and 4th place. And Carl Hooper, after winning this morning's race, is going to miss out on the podium altogether. Chris Fiore, after getting himself right in the hunt, he's going to have to settle for 5th place, but less than a second separating our top 5. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. We've got the update there. SJ Cavell. That is going to feel really good, and this championship has come well alive as we've got now less than 2 points between Jared Horn and SJ Cavell at the top of the title. Jared Horn getting 2nd. What a ride. The championship's on the line, and he comes strong then. So he hangs on to the championship lead by 2 points, coming 2nd in that race. Alex Butson finishing in 3rd, ahead of Carl Hooper and Chris Fiore, our top 5.
I've got another one there to back it up if we need it, just one more can. Well, it actually started, I think, for some of our earlier racing from that last round where we had, for example, the likes of Harry Parker taking a win over Cormac. We also then saw that Sam Guthrie was able to also be a match for Cormac. And I think everybody's realised that as the sun comes out to shine, we can turn up the results. SJ has hit the front. hit the front for the podium for the first time. And somebody like Carl Hooper, who had won every race he finished. Every race he finished, he was a winner. He had 2 that he didn't finish. And he's been put back to 4th. He doesn't even make the podium this time. So we've got a huge amount of upsets going on here. Christopher has brought the Yamaha up. Jared Horn in here as well. So cool to see. And Alex Butson. Alex, the other one in here at the moment. So this is so good to see. Man, oh man, are we doing it. Butson Racing. And so nice to have them on board. We'll have them up on the podium here shortly. So man, oh man, talk about some upsets going on, some changes. And this is just so cool. And we welcome on board the 36-year-old in SJ Cavell making it onto that number 1 step. Jared up here, and he got that early break in the field as well. Alex Butson making it happen. Oh wow, these guys are pretty darn awesome. President of Motorcycling New Zealand, Noel May, congratulating fellow board member in SJ Cavell, who's certainly got it all right that time. Alex, have you ever been in a race like that one?
That was pretty hectic.
Thank you for being very polite about it. Mate, what a race. How did you get that for that 3rd place? Milliseconds.
Oh, I think I've got to thank one of these 2 boys just slowed everyone up in the bus stop, and I was able to sort of go around the outside on Carl, unlucky for him, and just got him by that much on the line, so real happy with that.
What do you think's brought on the change in that the group of you were so close together? Are the conditions better?
Oh, I think no one was really scared to throw it against the wall this time because we've all got pretty good tyres after a wet session this morning, and we're all a bit happy and all wanted a podium. Yeah.
Oh, great! Yeah, in fact, I love your honesty and great comments. Oh, look at Jared. He's trying to vent. He's trying to get cool. Is that the best race you've ever been in, Jared?
That definitely is the best race I've ever been in. That was incredible, man. I'm pumped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, 5 of you all there with a chance at any one time. Did you think there was a defining moment within the race that helped you for that second?
I sort of just saw where old Chris was a little bit weaker, and I just set my moment up and just pounced when I could and made it stick and just rode it through to the end. Yeah.
Hey, this is now just the catalyst that the series needs, because I think everybody, all 5 of you now realise that you can all be a number 1. We've now had 3 different number 1s throughout the series, so this is really even to score.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight racing up north because, I mean, we're all from the north, so we all know the tracks, and it's, it's going to be interesting. I've got a massive thanks to say to Kip Racing and Lee, RST, Pirelli Tyres, they just worked wonders today, Scooterazzi, BRM Dyno, Pyro, those guys are all awesome, man, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
Beautiful words. Thank you indeed, Jared, and congratulations to you as a newcomer. SJ, you're here, matey, you're here. You finally got the number 1. You were starting off looking that way with practice and qualifying at Ruapuna, but these other fellas came and stole it from you a few times, but you proved you can come back.
Yeah, mate, hey, it's these guys are really fast and they're going really good, so I take my hat off to them. They've come here and hit the ground running, and they've definitely pushed me along the way, which is it's only good for my riding, and it's been really fantastic racing, and looking forward to getting back north now.
Did you realise just how tight that group was? 1.7 seconds from first back to 5th. Was any of you at any stage?
I did know in the last couple of laps I could hear someone there, and I could see someone had a poke at me at the inside at 3, so I kind of backed the train up and then tried to head off down the straight. So I think it must have worked because we're standing here. So.
All right, indeed. Hey, a little bit of bad luck, both mechanically and otherwise during the series, but it's come right on the night and you've crowned the big one when it counts.
Yeah, exactly, Neil. I mean, we came down here with best intentions, and the plans always don't go as you'd like. But we made a change on Friday in practice, and it didn't work. We ended up in the scrub, so that wasn't the change we wanted to do. And then got lucky to get caught with Carl off the end of the straight yesterday, and hey, lucky we both walked away. So no, it's been good, Neil. We'll head back north now, but I just need to say a massive thanks to my dad, Steve, for building a great engine for me, and also to the boys and girls in the pits, Dan from Highway Tyres, Joe, Evan from Diamond Design, and my partner Rena.
Beautiful words. What an awesome podium, folks. Here, the cheers in the crowd. Why shouldn't you be? Pro Twin, we love the class for Lolong, Suzuki all the way, but what about that tight 5? The best racing we've witnessed all championship. Finally waits till this last race at Timaru today. Look out for us, more great racing to come. Hampton Downs in March, and Talbot to join us for a finale. Our great sport coming to you courtesy of Aon Insurance, Pirelli Tyres, and we're loving it right here now, loud and proud on Sky Sport Next.